Hey, Kings of Dragons ranking 551 here. We are back with another Michigan video. This one is obviously all about the Michigan 2022 football recruiting class. Now, last year I did talk about the future of basketball and football, and I did talk about that Michigan would beat Ohio State and all of that in football. I did talk about their basketball and said they had the number one recruiting class in the nation coming into their stadium and into their conference and everything. But the biggest concern I had with that is the coaching and the way that these players develop. Now, everyone always says the team that has the most five-star recruiting players and the biggest round stars and stuff is they're going to win national championships and develop. But that's just not the facts, though. Yes, Georgia and Alabama and the SEC has been more dominant than Big Ten teams. And I see a lot of people saying, oh, because they're biased and they don't expand the playoff and everything else. Now, I get why a lot of you think that 4-star and 5 recruits have bigger talent and are stronger and are going to be more developed. But that's just not how I see it. Personally, I don't care how talented you are, you're the sum of your parts and your team. You don't win a game because you're the best player on your team. I know it's like saying, "Oh, well, Stephen Curry's the best player on the team, right?" And you're playing with him. I'm like, let's just say you're in high school or college, right? And you play with Stephen Curry, and he's the best 3-point shooter or something. And they're like, "Oh, well, we're up by 10 points. Let's just give it to Curry because basically we've won this game. He's the best player. Let him do whatever he wants, right?" But that's just not how you do it in um, football and basketball. You have to build with your team and stuff. So honestly, I don't care if you're a first star recruit, a second, a 3, a 4, or a 5. I don't care if you're a first rounder or a seventh rounder. Like, yes, I know a lot of people don't watch the seventh round because they don't think they're great players, but you could see, like, I think Dak Prescott was a 4th or 5th rounder. Tom Brady was a 6th rounder. There are players that you can find in later rounds that are just as good in the draft and in the college. You could get a guy that's a 3-star recruit but be really developed and be dominant. You could get a quarterback that's a 5-star recruit and be dog crap. And sometimes maybe it's just not the coaching, maybe it's just him. He's terrible. So with that being said, I'm going to go through these recruits that this web page has, the 247 web page for all college guys, and we're going to go through each player and I'm going to tell you what I think about them and if they should be higher or lower. Now, obviously, I'm just going what they say about their height, their weight, and everything else. Personally, I am not going with anything else, just what I see. And personally, I believe this team may be really good, but it's the defense that I'm really concerned with. The offense looks great. We've built more wide receivers. We got JJ McCarthy and K McNamara as our quarterbacks, and Blake Corum and Devon Edwards. And so we got a couple of running backs that are good. So with that being said, let's go right into it. As promised, I said this was going to be one of my last videos for the college football 2021-2022 season. Obviously, my second one will be a hype video of going from unranked to number 2, and the final rank obviously being number 3. So with that being said, let's go right into it. So first off, they nationally ranked us at 9. They Big Ten ranked us at 3. I don't think that's too bad. I believe last year for football, we were really ranked low, like 15th, and Big Ten, we were ranked like, I don't know, I want to say 10 or not. I don't know, something really bad. But look, we've improved so much. Previous year, it says 2, actually. And the previous year in the national rank, it says 13. It says next year will be 11, and the next year will be 5 in the Big Ten, which honestly, I don't see a problem with that. I just don't completely agree with that, because if we can be dominant again like we were this year, we probably will be getting more recruits. And don't forget, we also have transfer guys coming in. I believe there's a new offensive lineman that we just got that's going to be really good. So we'll talk about that. But let's go right into these guys. I also was going to talk about awards, but mainly Aiden Hutchinson won a couple here and there. Hassan Haskins, his whole entire career, never fumbled the ball once. And Jim Harbaugh obviously won Coach of the Year. Now, I do have concerns with that as well because they did say Coach of the Year for Juwan Howard in basketball, and you see where that went. So let's go right through these guys and let's talk about them. So first off, we got Will Johnson here. He's a 5-star recruit. He's 6'3", he's 190. I think it's going to be a great development for him. Because personally, I think we definitely need some height on our defensive backs. And I like the way that we have some height on it. Next up, we got Derek Moore here. He's D-line. He's from Baltimore. He's a 4-star recruit. And he's 250. I personally believe that we need D-lineman help. I mean, we have to replace Aiden Hutchinson and David Ojabo. Obviously, we do have who's that guy? Upshaw is his name or something, and a couple other guys, but we definitely need to improve. So I'm hoping we can. All right. Keon Sapp. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Anyway, he's 6'2", he's 200 pounds, and he is a safety. Now, I definitely do believe we need some safety help and stuff. Having good height is also a great thing to have. When you have a quarterback on the opposing team that's great, has a good offensive line that's pretty tall and stuff, has some great wide receivers that are pretty tall, but then you also have a defensive back that's 6'2" and can jump and be athletic. That's going to be a tough matchup because that guy can intercept the ball at 6'2", and he can go up like a wide receiver. And that's why I like that. Tyler Morris. So 175, 6 foot wide receiver. We definitely needed some height. There were some concerns. I know we have Ronnie Bell returning, and I believe Cornelius Johnson and Eric All. Eric All is obviously a tight end, and Cornelius Johnson is one of our wide receivers. So I believe that's going to all come into play. Next up, we got, so Tyler Morris, and then Darius Clemens. We definitely wanted him. We were hoping we got him, and we snagged him. So that was great. 4-star recruit, wide receiver, 6'3", 205. Now, that's great to have a player like that on your team. Sorry, I dropped my pen. Just some analyzing going on. Point is, there is a great thing going on with having a guy like him. He's 6'3" and 205. And that's a great player because when you go up and there are guys who are decking you that are like 172 and stuff, it's great to have a lot of weight on your body because you're going to be able to absorb that contact better. And that's what I like about him. And he's also tall. So when he comes down, that's going to be great to have. Now, a lot of people have concerns with tall guys and tall wide receivers because it's like, oh, can they keep their body in bounds and stuff? The thing is, in college, you only have to have 1 foot in bounds and stuff. And if your arm hits first, I believe it counts as 1 foot or 2 feet, depending on NFL and college. So it's not a big concern. So we'll watch what happens. We'll see how many obviously get playing time. I do have concerns, though. Andrel Anthony definitely needs more playing time. He is a freshman. He's going into his sophomore year. He should have had more playing time, and he should have played more in that semifinal game. He only played for a certain amount of time, and he's the only guy, I believe, that got us that touchdown from J.J. McCarthy, making it 34-11 against Georgia. So let's go Zeke Berry here. Let's see. He's a safety as well. Now everyone's like, well, why do we need a safety on that side? Well, strong safety, free safety, depending on where you want to play. He's 6 foot. He's 195. Great to have a tall guy. Now, who was that other safety? All right, he was 6'2". He's 200. So pretty even there. I mean, weight, size, not too bad. Jimmy Rolder here. Linebacker, he's 6'2", and he's 220. So far, I've seen a lot of 4-star and 5-star, which is great to have. So another 4-star recruit coming in, and he's 220. So great linebacker to have. D-line, 295, Mason Graham, great guy to have. And another 4-star recruit, and that is great to have. He's 6'4". I mean, that's going to be a tough guy to defend when you're trying to throw that ball. Again, but if offensive linemen are 6'6" or higher, you're going to have a tough time. Colston Loveland. He's a tight end. He's 6'5". He's 230. He's a 4-star. Great to have him. Like I said, you have good height and you have good weight on your body and stuff. It's going to be able to absorb that contact when someone hits you and tries to lay you out, and it's going to be great. Cody Jones. He's 5'11", he's 175. Now, I believe this, I forget what this means. I'm pretty sure this means he can play anywhere. ATH. I'm pretty sure ATH. I'm pretty sure that means a player can play anywhere. Oh. I'm sorry. Well, that doesn't really make. Well, that's what they say on there. I thought it meant he could play any position, but you know what? Whatever. Point is that he might be a returner and stuff. We don't know where he's going to play. I don't know. That's what Google just told me. But I don't know. If they're not giving me a Devon Eyes position, I mean, still, he's a 4-star recruit. Nonetheless, whatever. Okay, so now we got quarterbacks. And now we got concerns because people are going to be like, wait, you already have a quarterback, J.J. McCarthy and K. McNamara. But see, it's always great to have other backup quarterbacks. He's 6'2", he's 226. He's a 3-star recruit. This is where we're probably going to get starting into 3 stars. Alex Orge. Now, a lot of you might say, well, what does that have to do with anything? Well, I mean, he's a 3-star recruit. Give him a shot. But I'm telling you right now, J.J. McCarthy or K. McNamara are going to be the starters for next season. Kenneth Grant, D-line, 6'4", 335. And he's a 3-star recruit. Now, look, I told you before, I don't really care too much about the stars. Look, we got another quarterback here. He's 3-star. He's 6'4", he's 215. Now, I told you before, I like the height that we're having. It seems like our class, no one's really below. I haven't seen anyone below 5'11", really. Yeah, there's only one exception and one guy at 5'11", but it's mostly close to 6 foot or higher. So I haven't seen any problems with that yet. So obviously, get another quarterback. Good to have height on him and stuff. Now we got Amon Walker, wide receiver, 6'4", 175. I said before, great to have height on a guy. Great to absorb that contact. Hey, he's a 3-star recruit, but nonetheless, put him on the field. See what he does in spring game. Then put him also on the field for your first couple of September games and some tough environment. See what he can do, and then evaluate how much playing time he gets. That's how you do it. Now, let's see. Marlon Klein here. Tight end, 6'6", 215. Great height, great ability. 3-star recruit. Hey, what the heck do I know? All right. Miles Pollard. And so this guy's 6'2", he's 185, he's a defensive back. Hey, I want some height. Like I said before, here, where was that guy? Will Johnson, 6'3". I mean, oh my gosh, you're going to have a tough time defending. These wide receivers are going to have a tough time trying to get by. I mean, when you got guys that are that tall, I mean, let's go now into this guy. Oh my God, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. This offensive tackle, he's 6'6", he's 285, he's a 3-star recruit. Now, a lot of you might say, well, what the heck does that mean? Well, he's 285, 6'6". I mean, he's going to be probably a tough guy to go up against. But again, he probably will go up and wait a little bit, and he will improve. 3 stars. Okay, it's not that bad. Micah Pollard. All right, he's 6'3" and he's 200. He's a linebacker. Great. Dent here. He is 6 foot and he is a 3-star recruit, 190. Now, a lot of you might say, well, what does that? Okay, like I've said before, height, great skill. Okay, CJ Stokes here. He's a running back. He's 5'11". He's 190. Again, if you have a really good O-line, you're going to be able to battle through those holes and just shoot right through everything. All right, let's see. Spurlock here is a linebacker. He's 6'2". He's 200. He's a 3-star recruit. And then we obviously have Connor Jones here at 6'7", 285, and he is a 3-star recruit. Now, I said before, these are the guys that you want to watch out for. Obviously, I could look into them more. Okay, this is just probably going to bring up the full thing. So it really doesn't give me a lot of information about it. It's just going to give me what basically I saw. And then obviously we can go down to the transfers here. And I believe this is the guy, Victor 6'4", 275. What the heck is this? Oh, okay. I think that means inside O line, so it might be a right guard or something. But it's great to have this guy. Let's see. He's 6'4", he's 275. Okay, let me just see. Because I'm gonna put it on Google and it probably will tell me more on there than it will. Okay, so it just says offensive lineman. It doesn't say, okay, there it is. Offensive guard right here. So yeah, he is a right guard or a left guard. That's great to have. Now I am gonna compare this because there are, I don't know how many. Let's see. I'm gonna go up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are 11 3-stars. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 4-stars and 1 5-star. So that's not entirely bad. It's great to have a mix of all stars. But like I said before, doesn't really matter to me. Now, many of you might say, okay, well, show me. Now, I don't know if there's any. I mean, these are other guys that are, I believe, or not have signed yet. So there's still other guys coming in. Let's see. But I mostly just went to commits and stuff because that's where, like, I mean, those are the guys that you want to see. And those are the guys that are like, okay, those are the guys you want signed, right? Now, let me go to 2023 and let me see how that improves. Then I'd say, what does 2023 have to be? Because right now they're saying the national rank is 11th and the Big Ten rank is 5. Now, obviously, this is before the season has started. Now, many of you might say, oh, that's bullcrap and stuff. All my Michigan fans out there know what I'm talking about. Now, yes, these are the guys that you're going to be like, okay, these are the guys that right now. So you got a linebacker, he's 6'4". I mean, not 6'4". I mean, he has a 4-star recruit. He's 6'2". You got a running back, he's 6 foot, he's a 4-star recruit. Wide receiver, tight end, and a couple other guys. Now, if you want to see some guys right down here, you can see class of 2016, Rashawn Gary, Jabril Peppers, class of 2007. Let's see. I believe. Oh, here we go. Daxton Hill. He's still at Michigan right now, but he will be going into the draft. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 2017. Will Johnson coming in now. I mean, Chad Henning, 2004. I will hang on. Let's see if they have Tom Brady on here. I don't think they do, though. I'm not gonna go down the whole entire thing. But yeah, so those are that's basically everything for 2022. I mean, I don't really have much more to say. This is just about the recruits, and I personally believe it is a pretty strong class. Remember, there's still players on the team right now that are going to develop, going from freshman to sophomore, from sophomore to junior, and from junior to senior. Now, many of you might say, okay, well, if these juniors are juniors right now, why didn't they decide to go to the NFL draft? And let me tell you why. First off, maybe they don't have enough highlight film and stuff. They don't have a lot of film left on them for it. Number two, maybe they don't feel like their prospects are good enough and they haven't tested waters and they don't think they have a chance at getting drafted. And there are a couple other reasons. Maybe they just wanted to stay and try one more time to become a champion. And that's basically what happened with Aiden Hutchinson and a couple other guys. They stayed for one more year and they became a Big Ten champion. And um, they got a chance to almost become a national champion. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Michigan. Obviously for this game, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So until next time, guys, don't forget to stay radical. I'll see you in the next one.